24. Okay, so we're going through the 7 graphs that we have now learnt. First of all, the column graph. We need to rule across the bottom and set up our axes. Yes, please. Favorite color. Year 7. Hi, please. Yes, as I've said multiple times. Okay, so across the bottom, what am I going to put across the horizontal axes? Which one? The color. There's still a lot of talking, year 7. You should be quietly drawing graphs, not chatting. So for the column graph, you need to leave a gap, then you have 2 spaces for your first column. Leave a gap, 2 spaces, leave a gap, 2 spaces, the whole way through. Then you, in the middle of the 2 space ones, you need to list off each of your colours. So pink, then purple, then red, then blue, then green, and we can just squeeze it in, yellow. That means that the vertical axis is going to be the number of people that chose it. Now, I have the biggest number of 8, sorry. Can I go up by 2s? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. If we can, it is good to try to make it stretch the graph a little bit so that it's not too little. Doesn't mean you have to use every single space, but try not to make your graph tiny, all right? Okay, now we're going to very neatly draw our columns. So pink, there were 6 people. We're going to draw a column. Oh, sorry, let me start that again. Let me start here. 2 spaces wide. Colour that in. That is the pink. Purple had 2 people. So remember that gap. Make sure these lines are nice and straight. You should be ruling them even with your ruler. Red was 1. Blue was 8. Green is 2. And yellow is 5. Okay, so nicely ruled, nice neat columns. Make sure everything is labelled. So I've got numbers labelled there, colours and the heading, and I have a title for my graph. Okay, then we're going to move on and we're going to draw the bar graph, which just switches the 2 axes around. So on the horizontal axis, we're going to have the number. And on the vertical axis will be the colour with our interesting spacing. Okay, so we can go up by 2s again. Every second space. And don't forget title. Okay, the spacing, leave a gap, 2 spaces for the column. Leave a gap, 2 spaces for the column. Leave a gap, 2 spaces. 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 And list off the colours. Okay, so time to draw in those bars. So pink, 6, we're going across horizontally. Nice, beautiful ruled line. So there's my pink bar. So see how I've got a bit of a wobble there? That's naughty. Don't do that. Make sure it's nice and straight on there. Okay, so make yours nice and neatly ruled. Purple, 2. Red is 1. Oh, I'll do that neater. Blue is 8. Always do a double check when you finish the graph. Make sure everything's labelled, everything's neat, and make sure you've got that title. How are you going? Keeping up? No? Okay, so we're back to our line graph. We are drawing our vertical and horizontal axes. Across the bottom, every second space is going to be our colours. So it'll be on the line. So on that first line that I've drawn there is pink, purple, red, blue, green, and yellow. Okay, that means the vertical axis is the number of people that chose it, and we're going to do every second space again. Okay, to draw the line graph, you put dots first. So from pink, we go up to 6 and we put a dot. Purple, we go up to 2 and put a dot. Red, we go up to 1 and put a dot. Blue, go up to 8 and put a dot. Green is 2, and then yellow is 5. Oh, that wasn't in the right spot. Let me fix that one. There. Okay, then you get your ruler and you join with straight lines doing dot to dot. Okay, I'm missing something. What am I missing? Title, very good. Year 7D, favorite color. Okay, next page. We are doing our pictogram. Roman. Yes, come up the front and down here. Okay, the pictogram will have one nice long horizontal line across the bottom, and I need to measure spaces for each one of my colours. So probably every 2 centimetres would be good spacing. Just make sure it's long enough to fit maybe 2 centimetres for each colour. So I have pink, purple, red, blue, green, and yellow. Now, year 7, we have done these graphs, and we're coming up to the sector graph and the divided bar graph again. We have done these graphs once already, so this time accuracy, if you guys are starting on the sector graphs, make sure that you are very, very accurate. Okay, with a pictogram, we need a key. All right, maybe because they're colours, I'm going to do a colour squiggle like that. You could do a rectangle if you want to. I just don't want it to be a dot because I don't want it to be the same as my dot plot. Now, do I want to choose 8's not very many. Will I just do 1 or should I do a 2? Let's just do 1. Makes it simple if it's 1. So that's going to be equal to 1 person that has chosen that colour. And I need a title. So year 7D favourite colour. Okay, so pink, I've got to try and keep my squiggles all the same size. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, then purple is 2. Red was 1. Blue is 8. Green was 2. And yellow was 5. Okay, made for an interesting little pattern with those squiggles. You could do something different if it's easier, Mia. Yeah. Okay, a dot plot is basically the same, but you're using dots for your picture. Okay, so draw it all up again. So we have pink. Still need to make sure I have a title. So year 7D, favorite color. And then I put dots above each one. Try and keep them evenly spaced. Try and keep it all nice and even so that everything's all in line. All right, we okay with those? They're the 5 that we did, 2 lessons on those. And then we've got to remember how to do our sector graph again. So we might not get time for our sector graph today. This is not homework. Okay, so our sector graph, we need to carefully put a dot in the middle. And we're going to need a title. Okay, then we need to do our calculations first. So adding up all of our numbers, 6 plus 2 plus 1 plus 8 plus 2 plus 5, there were 24. So for pink, we're going to do P for pink. We have 6 out of 24 people, and we're going to times that by 360 degrees that are around a point. So type that into your calculator, and that works out to be exactly 90 degrees. So that's for pink. I'm going to do PI because I need PU for purple, which is 2 out of 24 times by 360. Type it in, and that's 30 degrees. Then we need red. So that will be 1 person liked red out of 24 times 360. That makes 15 degrees. Then we need blue, which was 8 people out of 24 times by 360. That's 120 degrees. Green was 2 people, which will make 30 degrees again because we did that calculation for purple. And then last of all, yellow, there is 5 out of 24 times 360. So that's 75 degrees. So if we add all those up, we want to check to see if it makes 360 degrees, which it does perfectly. Okay, so now we want to grab our protractor and we want to draw a line that goes from the center to the edge of the circle. Now we have to carefully line our protractor up. Make sure that T crossbar is right on the dot and the bottom arm is lined up on that line, and we want to measure a 90-degree angle. So we put a mark where the 90-degree is, which even if that's going in my title there a little bit, and then draw a line through that. That is pink, and it was 90 degrees. Now we rotate our protractor around, which unfortunately you can't see in the video, but hopefully you can measure it with your protractor. We want 30 degrees, put a little mark, and then rule from the center to the edge. Mark that as 30 degrees, and that's for purple. Rotate your protractor around some more. This one's going to be a little one, 15 degrees. Put a mark on the edge and rule out. So if we write it in, I think we just have enough room. Red, 15 degrees. Blue is a big one. That's 120 degrees. Remember to keep it all very, very accurate. Put a mark at 120. Rule from the center to the edge. So that's blue at 120 degrees. And green is 30. Lined up, 30 degrees. So that's for green. And then the last one, we're checking it to hopefully make sure that it measures 75. So mine's probably about 72 or 73. So mine's probably a little bit out, but it's pretty close. So that's yellow, 75 degrees. Okay, last one is the divided bar graph. So first of all, we're going to need to do our calculations again. We're going to do a 12 centimetre bar. So starting with pink, we had 6 people out of 24 choose pink, and we're going to times that by 12. That makes exactly 3 centimetres. Then purple is going to be 2 out of 24 times the 12. We're timesing by 12 because 12 is going to be how long the bar is that we're going to draw. Now we're going to do red. There is 1 out of 24 times the 12. That's going to be 0.5 centimetres. Blue is 8 out of 24 times 12, which is 4 centimetres. Then green is 2 out of 24 times 12. That's 1 centimetre. And yellow is 5 out of 24 times 12, which is 2.5 centimetres. Okay, so now you need your ruler. You're going to need a title. So Year 7D, favourite colour. We're going to draw up a 12 centimetre bar. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Oh, that didn't draw. Let's try that again. Okay, then slide it up and do the same 12 centimetres and then connect the edge. Remember that the height of the bar is not important, but 12 centimetres and nice straight right angle edges is important. Okay, so pink was 3 centimetres. So carefully line your ruler up. 1, 2, 3. We'll put a little mark there. And that would be for the pink. Then purple was 1 centimetre. So mark at 1 centimetre. Nice right angle to the base. That will be purple. And that's 1 centimetre. Red is only 1/2 centimetre. This is where you've got to be very careful to be accurate because a millimetre here or there now will make a difference at the end. So if it's too small to write in there, you could put an arrow and say that that is red and it's 0.5 centimetres. Then we want blue is 4 centimetres. 2, 3, 4. Green is 1. That hopefully means that our last space is exactly 2.5. Which again, mine's a little bit small. So I need to try to be as accurate as possible. So this is blue. This should be 4 centimetres. Green is 1 centimetre. And yellow should be 2.5 centimetres. Okay, so that's it. That's all the 7 graphs that we've learnt so far. And you can practice them here on pages 12 to 15.